Hey everyone, this is Akash and welcome to PySpark Learning Hub. Today we are diving into a PySpark problem, but not just any problem, but the one that will challenge your thinking and sharpen your skills. And in this video, I will walk you through my approach step by step so that you can learn, practice, and grow. So let us see today's problem statement. So the problem statement what we have is biggest single number. So we have given a data frame called my number which contain many numbers in column num including duplicate one. So what we have to do is we have to write a PySpark code to find the biggest number which only appears once. That means in a data frame my number we have only one column known as num which contain duplicate also. What we have to find out is we have to find out biggest number which only appears once. Correct. So this is one of the problem and the difficult level of this problem is easy. So let us see now step 2, which is how does the input is looking and expected output. I have already created the data frame and a schema in data. You can download this particular notebook from my GitHub location and you can import it in your Databricks community edition and you can solve it directly. Now for step 2, if you see, we have data frame. I have already created it, df.show. If you see, we have various numbers, correct? And if you see, biggest number is 8, but it is getting repeated. But when it comes to number 6, is the second biggest. But this is the number which is not repeating, correct? So that's why we have expected output as 6. If you see the question, we want the biggest number which only appears once. So in this scenario, 6 is the biggest number which is only appearing once, correct? So I hope you have understood the question and also you are clear about the input and expected output, correct? So before I start step 3, writing the PySpark code, I want you all to pause this video and try to solve it. If you did not get the solution also, it is fine, but it is important to give a try. Remember, practice is the only way to learn PySpark. Alright, let us see step 3. So what we can do is, let me firstly do a df.show. The approach should be here. What we can do is, first we can find out how many counts are there for each number. Correct. The approach would be firstly find out how many counts are there for each number. Like for example, for 8, the count is 2. For 3, it is 2. For 1, it is 1. For 4, it is 1. 5, 1, 6 also, it is 1. So let us try to create one more column which contain counts. Correct. So we can do that. And once that is there, we can put a filter where count is equal to 1 so that we will have those numbers which are appearing only once, and out of that we know how to find the biggest number. Correct. I've also explained the approach. If want, you can again pause it here and give it a try. If not, you can come back again and you can see my approach. There can be a multiple approach also, but for time being I'm getting this approach. Okay, so let us see how do we firstly apply the group by. Yes, with the help of group by, we want to group it by num. Only one column we have, correct? And after finding group by, we have to perform some aggregate function, right? Okay. So let me zoom in a bit more. Okay. So once we apply aggregate function, what we do, we group by function, we apply aggregate here, right? So in our scenario, we want count, correct? We want count star. Count star is there. Let me put a alias for this and make it as a CNT. Correct. Let us first see whether it is giving count as a new column and it is giving proper result or not. Let me execute this statement. There you go. See, for 8 it is 2, 3 it is 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, rest number. Now, now we know which number has appearing only once, correct? So now we can put a filter, correct? We want only those number which are appearing once, correct? So what we can do is cnt is equal to 1, correct? So column cnt should be equal to 1, correct? Let us see the expected output. Okay, I missed the one here. There you go. See, now we have to find the biggest number. Now, how do you do the biggest number? Yes, that is correct. What we can do is we can order it by, there are multiple approach again. Order by, we can do, correct? Order by column number. And what we can do, perform a DESC, correct? Once that is done, we can apply a limit, not limit of 1, correct? Let me do a show. Syntax error. DSC I have missed to give dot here. See, now as a output we only want number, right? Select only we want the number. So you can do that as well. Correct? See, we have got the expected output. Now only thing is aliasing is pending. But okay, we aliasing also, let me do that. Okay. Column this dot alias, give it as a biggest single number. Okay, this is 1, 2. Okay, I think I need to close the bracket. Biggest single number, biggest unique number. See, we have got the expected output. Now, let us try to solve. This is one approach. Again, there can be multiple approach, right? Let me solve it. The same question, what if you got it in SQL? If they asked to solve it with the help of spark.sql, how would you have solved this thing? Let us try doing that thing. Now, before we write spark.sql query, we have to register it as a view, correct? So, how do you register it as a view? Either you use create global temp view or create temp view. Anything is fine. Okay, let us for time being make it as a temporary view and make it as a my number, correct? Once this is done, what you can do is spark.sql. Let me first do a select star. Select star from my number. Let us try to do that. Dot show we have to use. See, now we are able to do it. Now what we can do is, here in SQL what we can do, firstly find out group by we have to apply. Same logic but writing way is different here in SQL, right? So what we do is we do a group by num, and having also we can apply having count star equal to 1, and whenever we apply some group by we get that particular column and we can get count star, correct? Count star as cnt, right? Let me execute this thing. Data frame, right? Dot show. See, we are getting the counts and numbers. Now what we can do is here again apply a, let me write that in a correct proper manner so that can I execute this one. Okay, it will give error. So if you want in a single line, what you can do is you can write like this. See, now it will work. So single quote if you are giving, triple quote you are giving, it will act as a whole string. Okay, it will not give error. Okay, so let me write it in a SQL format. Number having is equal to 1. So now we can write it. What we can do is now write a subquery. Select, we want maximum of number, correct? Maximum of number as biggest unique number. Let me copy it and try to save some time. Biggest unique number from below, right? We want only maximum number from this thing. So what we can do is we can write it like this. See, we have achieved. Through SQL also we have achieved it, and through dataframe.api also we are able to do it. Correct. There can be multiple approach, right? So this is how we need to solve any PySpark problem. Now I want to hear from you also. How did you solve it? Drop your approach in the comment below and let's make this as a discussion. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who is also learning PySpark. And if you want more challenges like this, subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of more coming on the way. For YouTube link, you can give it a, I've already given the link. And for even more practice, check out my GitHub repository where I have shared tons of PySpark problem. GitHub also I've given in the same notebook. And if you want to stay in a loop with the latest update tutorials and tips regarding data engineering, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. For LinkedIn also, I've given a link. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Until then, happy coding. Thank you.